The golf course is amazing. Honestly, it's a little bit different than the ones that we have played in the past several years. I truly believe it's a golf course that will test everybody. Honestly, it's a good layout. It's fun to play as a player, but I know that the USGA will always do something special with little tricks of the trade with pin placements or whatnot. But weather's going to be a big influence on this golf course. I truly believe that, just with the runoffs and everything, the way that Mr. Nicholas designed the golf course. So for me, it was good to be able to come out here and play a practice round. It definitely will be good for me for the event coming into it, but I'm excited to come back and play it in the tournament.
How does the course suit your game, and where is your game right now? We know you just came back from injury.
This golf course, the moment I drove through the gates, honestly, I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I've had that a couple times at golf courses. Oakmont was actually one of them where I just was like, this is awesome. This is one of the coolest places I've been, and I ended up winning there. But I have that very similar feeling here. I feel like standing on tee boxes. I like the way the hole fits my eye. I like the way the greens are shaped. You can't control where the ball bounces or things like that, but at the same time, you definitely can be in control of your own game. And I know what short game is going to be key around here and putting as well.
This is Alabama's first Women's Open, so talk a little bit about what makes the Women's Open Championship special.
Well, me personally, I've had a lot of success in Alabama. I definitely have won some awesome tournaments here. So for me, I've also had thumb surgery here in Birmingham. So I feel like we are one right now, right? I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my first surgery with Dr. Hunt. So a lot of that kind of is a comforting feeling when I walk onto the course. But at the same time, I think it's great. This is an awesome golf course. It's going to showcase the best players in the world. It's a great venue. I know that the town and everybody is going to be so excited to come out and watch. So it'll be a fun week for us.
You guys have any questions?
Having won this before, back in 2010, when you head into a major championship, does that give you a little bit of advantage just from a mental standpoint, knowing what to expect, knowing what to handle if it gets to be crunch time, and hopefully for you, it does get to be crunch time?
Well, of course. I mean, not many people have won the U.S. Open, so to have that in kind of your back pocket at all times is actually it's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie about that. It's definitely a great feeling to have, but you have to stick to your game plan throughout everything. You have to understand that, you're going to get good bounces, you're going to get bad bounces, and a lot of it is just, taking what it is at the moment. But at the same time, you got to play good golf. You can't make many mistakes. When you take your par, you move on. When you have a birdie opportunity, you need to capitalize. And that's pretty much golf as it sums up. And this golf course, Shoal Creek, it suits that. There's some holes out there that you definitely just need to make your par, and there's the par fives that take advantage and make a birdie with your wedge, or depending on where they put tee boxes, make birdie if you can reach it in two. But over and all, it's definitely a fun thing to say that you're a U.S. Open champion, and I'd love to have my name back on that trophy again.
Being out there today, I noticed the greens were really, really fast, and I know the weather certainly, as you mentioned, is going to play a factor in it. Early report card and how it does suit your game. What do you take away from today's practice round?
Honestly, I definitely give it a solid A. I feel really good. I like it. I like the way it fits my eye with irons into greens as well. I mean, some golf courses are really prevalent on tee shots. This golf course, you can kind of, it's not, there's not a lot of bunkers involved on the fairway, or involved in the fairway off of tee shots, but it's more around the greens. And you're going to have to be very accurate with that. You're going to have to know the way the ball bounces, where the safe spot is to miss if you're in trouble. Short game is going to be key here. You're going to have an imagination. You have to be creative, but you're going to need to be able to make some 4, 5, 6 footers, and that's a strong part of my game. So I'm looking forward to that challenge.
This event tonight, why is it important to come here and kind of reach out to Girl Scouts and younger women and try to get them involved in this?
Well, I think that just in general, I mean, young girls, as we speak to this day, I mean, it's all about role models. It's all about just building blocks and confidence and courage, and the Girl Scouts are every bit of that. And I was not a Girl Scout, but I definitely have a lot of friends that were, and I think it's pretty amazing that you have an organization that can promote that and give young girls, knowledge about that and being. And as a professional female athlete, I feel like we can mesh on the same page. And I hope we can do that tonight, because it'd be really neat to see a lot of these girls come out to the U.S. Open in a couple weeks.
How important is that to you to kind of be that role model for the younger generation? Because at one point you were looking up to someone else.
You know, it's funny you ask, because still, I mean, I'm 31 years old, and I definitely don't feel like a role model. I still look at my role models and learn from something every day. I actually just played with Kari Webb the last couple of days in our last event, and, you know, it's amazing, but I've never really understood that. But now, looking at these young girls and the way that they look at me and the way that they look at the game of golf, I know that I have a big influence on that, and I try to do my best as I can to, you know, just promote just being a strong female, but at the same time doing what you love to do, and there's no right or wrong when it comes to that.
Paula, how's your health? Are you pretty much back to 100%?
I do. I really feel like I'm back to where I was, you know, square one several years ago. This has been an ongoing injury, and you know, the last 6 months have been, I'm not gonna lie, brutally tough. I've never been away from the game of golf that long, and you learn a lot, not only about yourself, but just, you know, what you want to do in your life and your career. And my goodness, if I've never been more motivated in my life, this has been a blessing in disguise, that's for sure. I'm ready to get in that winner's circle.
How do you feel about the state of women's golf, not just professionally, but overall?
I believe that women's golf definitely can continue to grow. I feel like we have made several strides in the right direction, but at the same time, you know, we need our events in the United States. We definitely need our American players to play well, but you know, it's tough out there. It's definitely not what it used to be 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. And I believe that golf courses are getting harder, but at the same time, I think that where we're at and where we're sitting is only a good place. I think we can only get better from here. We have a lot more events than we used to have, but we need to play better as, you know, American young girls. But at the same time, there's just so much competition, which makes golf so much better around the world.
When you know, obviously we talked about you being a little bit of a role model. Do you feel like the women's game down in the teenage levels, the junior programs are progressing like you feel like they should, or?
I mean, that's one of my #1 goals, I believe, in women's golf, is I definitely want to push just giving young girls an option to play golf, whether it's at country clubs or whatnot, just even boys too. Junior golf, you know, having the right to go play somewhere is huge. Having the right to go practice somewhere is big. That's all you need. You need, you know, some clubs, and you need a driving range and practice, you know, putting and chipping green. And if I can help push that, and if I can help motivate that to get young girls and boys involved in the game of golf, then that would be a great thing. That's something that I've always looked at. I had the ability to play at a country club at a young age, and I truly believe that a lot of these places, at the end of the day, they would really look back on it if they had someone come out of their country club and say, yeah, we did that.